Welcome back, everybody, for round 2 coverage of the Men's USDGA Snyder Park Memorial Charity Open Biannual Memorial Tournament Match Competition Disc Golf Game. We're bringing you front 9 coverage here. Who do we have here on the leader card?
We've got Cory Wagner at plus 17. Hasn't quit his day job yet.
Well, that's something that his mom is really appreciative of. And leader here, we've got Grant with 15 over, an unprecedented number, a course record, I believe.
So Cory, coming up here, round 2.
Yeah.
Grant's got 2 strokes on you.
Yeah.
What are you looking to do for the day?
I'm gonna beat him.
Oh, okay.
Or he's gonna beat me. One of the two. 50-50.
All right, we'll see you out on the course.
All right. All right, we're back at Snyder Park with Grant Barnhill struggling to open a banana. How are you feeling about today's opportunities with your current opponent?
Well, I feel like at the beginning there, that banana was really hard to get open, but now that I have it open, I think I'm just going to go ahead and eat it.
Yeah? All right, so we'd call that a win for the day.
I feel like it's a good start to the day.
Sweet. Well, all right. Well, we'll get you back on the course here.
See you out there.
All right, so hole number 1. Cory, what do you think the guys are going to be doing on this hole?
You know, last time they tried to go around the 1 on the sign there.
Yeah.
And, I think last I talked to Cory, he was ditching the strategy of shooting high and going for the low skip. Clearly successful with that.
Absolutely. Grant here lining up the sidearm. He's going to want that thing to fly straight and then do a small fade to the right. Oh, and it just doesn't flip over for him. That's going straight into the woods. He'll have an easy look there for birdie.
It did go right, though. You were correct.
Yeah.
Cory going through his belongings in his purse.
All right, shot number 2 here, going with that mid-range. He's been really deadly with that mid-range so far in this tournament.
He was talking to the Greek gods, and they told him to go and stick with mid-range the entire time. So that's what he's been doing.
Grant here, out of the woods, he has a scramble percentage of all the time. So it's good to see that coming through for him on this course.
Yeah, it seems to be a really strong strategy here for him.
Here, a little bit of foliage in the way. He's got the patent pending stance for a nice chip up shot. He really likes that one. Cory here with a look from 80 feet. And normally, barely misses it. Cory is normally pretty deadly at that range circle too.
Yeah, no, he is definitely picking up on this front 9. He hasn't been as great in the past, but been really practicing with a new putter, and seems to be working out.
His sponsor used to be the color orange. It seems to be the color black now.
Yeah, I think he has switched things up and gone with a new sponsor, which has really played successfully for him.
Right, now, closing the gap here, Cory brings the card to an even to start the day off. What's the look on hole 2 here?
Hole 2 has always been a strong one for Mr. Grant here. We'll see how both of them are going to play out. Looks like Cory with a strong throw nails a tree.
Just dead center targeting. Absolutely perfect. Grant here looking to follow the same line. Oh, and disrupts a family of squirrels. 100% in the way.
Poor squirrels.
That's something we don't see on the card there. A little bit of the shuffle.
Yeah, no, and we got one in the distance here, coming back to show us the bird.
Definitely an incursion on the fairway, I would say.
Something not a lot of people know about Mr. Grant here after I was talking with him, he actually speaks squirrel. Like, I thought this was just Emperor's New Groove, parody thing. No, he really took it to heart and is speaking to the squirrels. He went and apologized about everything.
Seems to also be speaking the language of a beautiful upshot, as Grant definitely going to be able to make an easy par on this hole to make up for some of the lost ground on hole 1.
Yep, easy putt there for Grant.
Now, just like everyone at home to know, these pin locations are completely new and different. So if it looks like some of our players here are playing as if they might not be super familiar with this area, it's a completely new course, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely nowhere near the same as the last time. Cory picking up a couple extra points here. Grant really setting up well for par.
Hole number 3 here. Now, this is the water hole, and of course we know that our players like to completely take the water out of consideration by just moving to the red tee. Pretty smart play.
Cory again going for the tree on his first throw. Seems to be a very strong strategy he likes to go for.
Now, he is sponsored by grass and not trees, so a little bit of friendly competition there trying to take out the sponsor of someone else.
Yeah, a little bit of competition goes a long way, especially with the taller competition out there.
Grant going for the upshot, and he just gives it a little too much power. That is one thing that we see our top-tier competition, leaders struggle with, is being able to dial back just how much arm strength that they really have.
Indeed, and I've been seeing Grant do the anti-CrossFit workouts, and that seems to really be playing out for him.
He was going long sleeves for the first round, did switch to the short sleeve here. That could be affecting his game.
He might be a lot more aerodynamic. He shaved his arms, so he's been able to really wing that thing through the air.
Grant picking up a stroke, Cory picking up a stroke. Still anyone's game here. A lot of golf left to play here as we move to hole 4. Now, what these players are really going to be trying to do is start out flat and really hold that so that they just completely take the water out of play. And as we see Cory just really giving it a good run. Man, it got the gallery on the edge of their seats, wondering if that one was going to go.
Under a microscope, I would believe that you could see his neck hair standing up as he watches the doom of that orange frisbee going towards the water.
Grant here, going to try to get this one to flip up for him, and it does.
Exactly what it is.
This is the best drive we've ever seen on this hole on this course.
He throws it so hard that it goes into the next fairway. Just completely bypasses the hole that we're on.
If you want
Really
to
top tier.
like this.
Cory 100% never put it in the water, rating here. What do you think he's going to go for?
I think he's just going to aim straight for the water, actually. I did not see that coming.
Yeah. We've seen him ace run this before by skipping it off the water and going into the basket. Was that the play he was going for?
Actually, he goes back with the orange frisbee again. I think that the sponsor Orange was trying to get back at him for dropping.
Grant here with an awkward putt through the trees. Just a little too high. If there's anything we know about Grant's game, it's that it's very consistent. And once you add in some external factors, really throws a monkey wrench in his game plan.
It sure does. Grant picking up a stroke here. Cory somehow throwing into the water and only picking up, par. Still picking up par.
Hole 5 here, otherwise known as the landfill hole. These guys are going to try to throw a hyzer flick or a lefty backhand. And we're seeing him go very wide. This is a very safe play. I think he's going to have an excellent look at the basket.
Yep. Last time he went straight for the top of the hill and just did not work out for him, so he's going straight for the trees.
Grant here saying a big part of his game in the offseason was incorporating deforestation into his forehand throws.
Yeah, he's really been picking up on that strategy. In fact, Cory has been trying to mimic some of his moves here. Clearly gets his disc lodged in the tree there, Grant.
Definitely seeing some wildlife aggression from these players on this second round.
Yeah, and we all know that Cory started with the green grass as his sponsor. Really aggressive play style against the sponsors.
Both players having a hard time finding the ground on this fairway. They both have ended up elevated.
They've been very elevated in their play style out here.
Grant sneaking in. This is, it's just great to see these top tier players just cashing every
catches
single
it.
putt that they make. I just want everyone to know that these 3 or 4 foot putts, they make them look really easy. They're actually very difficult.
It's true. The closer you get, the harder they are to actually hit your mark.
Absolutely. 6 here, lots of OB right, OB long. These players are going to have to dial back their power and try to get into the safe zone in the left side of the fairway. Cory here going beast. We'll see if he gets the full flight out of here. Look at that, and flex back.
Gonna get a
Oh,
full S shape.
absolutely perfect shot.
Last time he really went for the tree, and I think that he figured if he actually doesn't aim for the tree this time, he'll get some more distance.
Absolutely. Grant going for the turnover roller. This is looking absolutely perfect.
So we've got Grant Barnhill here at hole 6. How do you feel about your first time in history, hole 6 without mulligans? This is really a destroyer for you guys out here.
Well, we took mulligans on hole 1, so I feel like it evens out.
All right.
Right here for the easy upshot. Oh, it's turning over too much for him.
that
And
OB
he's
shot.
found the OB. Oh, that won't be a hard time. He'll be able to come back in and save his
like
par.
all the orange ones in my.
Corey, you're known to really struggle.
Well, that's because you keep throwing all the other
There's no
colors in the
shot
water.
for this hole. He goes for his mid-range, and we'll see how good of a shot he can actually pull off.
Oh, laces the gap. One thing about throwing your discs out of bounds onto the pavement is that they don't get very dirty. See, nice clean? Yeah. My competitors' discs are all dirty because they're landing in the grass.
Or the water.
I'm gonna put a run on this one.
Right here, gonna make a run for it first par. And just barely on the strong side.
Just misses it. Really thought he was going to hit that.
He's really playing to the gallery on this round.
Get in.
He really gets, when he hears those cheers, it really fires him up. That's why he's going for those big putts. Other people would consider it impossible.
That's true. He really has been closing that gap with Corey.
Scores here coming in on the low mid-20s. We've never really seen such low scores on any sort of round like this before.
Yeah, I think this is the lowest scoring game I've ever seen out here.
Taking a mulligan here. Going beast.
No here, a famous hole here, signature hole. Everyone aiming straight for the dirt is the
Roll up and
preferred
over.
play, and we see Cory taking that route. Grant here, taking a local route around the dirt pile. Will that come up, or will it be in the woods?
I think he may have just made it past.
That'll be a putt.
Grant here with a chance to birdie.
There's always a chance.
It's always a
Going
chance.
over the dirt pile, really an unprecedented play on this hole. Can he convert for the birdie?
Oh, and he
he
gets
just-
so close.
Just barely misses it.
Corey up for the
Spit
putt.
out.
Just wings it off the chains there.
Absolute spit out.
Sticking it to Grant.
Oh, ambidextrous.
Now we know here that this course,
Grant
has
Barnhill going
non-regulation
for
baskets, and that
par.
would have stuck on
Yeah.
any basket.
Exactly. No, they're usually 2
This
feet
guy
wide.
birdie and nails it.
Can.
Absolutely. So we see here Cory picking up another stroke.
Wait, did he mulligan there? I think he might have mulliganed on that one because that was not the throw we saw.
That must be some old footage.
Definitely. Actually, you're right. He's such an honest person. He would never do that.
Hole number 8 here. This is pretty much just straight up the
Going
gut
beast
at the
again.
basket. These players are going to go with mid-ranges or fairway drivers. We
Oh,
see the
yeah.
beast here. After getting that beautiful flex on 6, he's just continuing that straight game. Hole 8.
Grant here looking to destroy some more foliage. Really wings it straight for the trees, and I think he's
Grant's
a little
off.
worried about some squirrels.
He's running it down. I think he thought he made that one in the basket. There we go. After some deliberation, turning out that
Easy
shot
layup
was
Definitely not out of bounds.
Yes, definitely not. Making an easy chip up shot. Gonna make this a pretty routine par for everyone. See both of our players able to convert. Just really making easy work of this hole.
Cory here, still 2 points over Grant. Let's see if he can bring that back in the back.
Hole 9 here, par 4. Let's see, what are the statistics on this hole? The field here, we have 90% made triple bogey or over. We'll see if these players can lower that average.
I thought I was gonna flex back.
You know, I really believe that they will on this hole. They've really shown some strength in their arms for this particular hole.
Grant, knowing that pink shows up really well in the forest, is pretty confident with throwing that disc in these tight lines.
Really, he absolutely has the best strategy for picking really bright colors in and just deforestating the whole course.
Grant doing the rare backhand for this
Cory, I wish you
fairway
had brought
shot.
him
He's
a
really
shot.
playing for position there to make sure he can get up and down for his par.
Still needs that machete.
Cory here playing to Grant's strategy here.
Knowing that through the forest route is really the shortest way to the pin. I mean, everyone knows that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Absolutely, unless you can curve it. Cory here going straight for the trees again, knowing that when you can curve a line, just do it.
Grant here with the forehand roller, barely squeezing through. That'll leave him with a perfect look for his upshot.
Oh, and he may have
We
just
see him really
set
working
himself
on
up
that
for
throw.
a
He's been working on that throw
For
in
the
the
basket.
off season. It's really coming through for him.
You know, it really is. And Cory here finally picking up his frisbee, going for that forearm, and
I think he made a run for it.
I think that's the most accurate forearm throw that we've seen from him this season.
Grant with a kneel down putt. That's a struggle for anyone.
Cory grazing the chains again,
And
showing
double
Grant that
bogey.
he really just does
Yeah,
not
what
give
we're going
an
for
F.
here on the course. High points.
As we see here, our players cleaning up this hole, not really finding any difficulties with this difficult par 4 on a hole 9.
Still a 2 point spread here, and we'll have to see how it goes on the back nine.
Very, very gettable score here for Cory. Have no problem getting back under. And that's our coverage for the front 9. We will see you for the back 9.